Hey guys, this is me, Waldo 2413. Today we're going to be talking with some industry people. So we're going to do a little interview today. And we're going to kind of cover some questions and answers on some people in the industry. Hopefully some guys are still here. Sorry about the delay, guys. Running into a little technical difficulties trying to get everything set up on these live feeds lately. So we're going to see how it goes, guys. Hopefully it works. And hopefully we'll be able to bring him in the next few minutes. We're just trying to get everything set up and linked correctly, guys. So sorry about the inconvenience. How's everyone doing tonight, guys? Hey, Texas Finest. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Rye. Hopefully, guys, this isn't the world record length one again. See the nice thing, Rye, though? You have an embroidery machine. You can actually make you that hat. Hey, Louie, how's it going? Hey, Gina. It is me, and I will be interviewing Lalo from Vega 23 today, guys. Make sure I send one of them tumbler boxes over. I definitely will, Rye. Just take the one of Juan. Juan's got 2 big boxes or 4 cases of them coming. So I'm sure he will not miss them, Rye. I'm sure he can definitely he can live without them for a day or two. Flatten your boxes. I would. The only problem when you flatten boxes, for one, you got to use twice as much tape to put them back. And the problem is a lot of them, especially since I got a lot more tumblers in stock right now. We've got a few thousand tumblers. When I flatten them, literally, I'm going to have to use them right again. So I don't flatten them normally just because I got to retape them, and that's twice the amount of tape. And I like to make sure they don't come loose. So, hey, the house print. The print house, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about the mess. It's kind of a lot of products been coming in, and these are all boxes to ship everything else. Hopefully, the next week or two, I'll have a better system for the shipments on these boxes, and I'll have the other building finished up so that I'll be able to put a lot of that in there. So what has everyone been working on today? Waldo, just put the green screen behind you. Yeah, I should, Mike. I do have a green screen. I just couldn't be able to back my chair up too much, but yeah, I probably should do that next time. I think it'd be a lot easier, more convenient. Gina says, I worked on some caps today. That's really good. The print house. I wanted the I wanted the Permanent LX. Wanted to start making labels. I want that. Yeah. So what do you think about that printer to print house? Because I know you have one. I've talked to them about maybe purchasing one. I just kind of wanted to get some more input, what people thought of them. Because to me, like a lot of the stuff I do, like the big printer, I mean, you can do the print cut with it, but honestly, it's easier. A lot of the smaller stuff, people just want the roll stuff lately. And they kind of seems like it's a little bit more convenient for our speed wise also. Did you send in my images, Waldo? Someone said it was supposed to go online and did, just checking. Yeah, June, I sent everyone's images in that sent me all their stuff. I got one of Rye's little flies. I need some chopsticks. Yeah, I sent the images out. I'm just waiting on him to send me the stuff back, but it's all taken care of. I still don't get why I need to laminate / finish. The reason, honestly, Rye, is because if you take like brake cleaner, which is a very corrosive solvent, and spray that on solvent ink, literally you can wipe off a whole sticker in a matter of seconds. And literally, I mean, it's simple, and then they don't weather as well because at the top when you coat them, it has a UV coating on it when you laminate them. So I would always suggest laminating. I mean, depending what you're doing, you can get away with it. Like I had a customer that swore up and down. He's like, "No, don't do it. He didn't want to." Because I told him it's laminated sticker that we do. We're doing a sign for him. He swore up and down he did not want it. That sign is probably 8 years old now. And you look at the one across the street that was 2 years old when we did that compared to his. His is night and day different. His is faded big time. But the other thing too is just like the chemicals on it, like especially like if you do like a car wrap or anything, or like motorcycles, where you're going to get grease on it and then you're going to spray a cleaner over that to try to wipe that off. You're going to wipe away your sticker really quick. I bought some tumblers from your store, going to test out sublimation. What printer do you suggest? What I would suggest, James, depending on your budget, Epson's, like, definitely go the Epson line. The tumblers you can do with a 8.5 by 11 sheet all day long. I don't have no more transfers in here to show you, but literally you can print on that all day long and it'll work perfectly fine. If you want to do like socks, you can do smaller socks. You can't do the whole sock with a 11 by 13 or 8.5 by 11. Sorry about that. So you'll have to step up and go to a 13 by 19 printer. If you're going that route, Epson has a 15,000. Step above that's a 24. If you're just getting started, I probably wouldn't go up like to the F570. It's a lovely printer. It's pricey for what it is. For starting out, even the 15,000, that's $500-600. I would probably suggest maybe Epson does got the new F170. It is their 8.5 by 11 sublimation printer. I would probably go with just the Eco tanks in that line and actually just more or less put sublimation ink in one of the smaller Eco tanks ones, because the F170 is $399. So you can get a 8.5 by 11 a lot cheaper than that and just put the ink into it. The difference is the other one is under warranty by Epson. So if you want the warranty, go with the F170 and it's like $399. They just got them in stock at a lot of places. So get them while you can, because they're going to sell out real quick. Like the F570, you're going to have to be waiting for them. Don't for most. Those are my drones. Right, those are actually exits. Pretty sad, scary. We laminate all of them unless customers specify they don't want it. Yeah, that's kind of like me, Mike. Anymore, I do that just because if not, and someone puts something on it, then they're gonna complain about you didn't tell them and all that, or you didn't give them the option about it. I'll be in and out. Don't have good reception here. Yeah, I kind of noticed that earlier, Rye. The reception was not the best. The print house, single decals and stickers. I laminate everything, production labels. Most of the time, it's a waste. Just have it as additional service. Yeah, like I said, it depends on what like the stickers are going for also, or what you're putting them on. For instance, if you're doing a paper sticker, it's pointless to laminate that. But anything like if it's, for instance, like if I'm doing something for cars or like where I know it's going to be corrosive, like the motorcycle people and all that we deal with, I'm always going laminate just because I don't want to deal with the issues of it. Like, some of it's not as bad. I mean, brake cleaner is the worst. Like brake cleaner will destroy just about anything. But I don't know. I just the cost of it and the deal with the headaches, like the other, like a big sign, like I said, if it's an indoor sign in a bar or something like that, they're not going to have nothing major on it. Maybe you can get away with it. But I just would prefer, depending how big it is too, or what I'm wrapping. I mean, I kind of, like I said, small stickers or something like that. Or like when I did paintball stuff all the time, that stuff gets wiped a lot. You can tell the stickers that were never laminated. But the thing is we go through so many stickers in that field that literally it's not worth laminating them because people are going to peel them off and then put a new one on the next week, it seems. So depending what the market is, I kind of depend on who's it going for. If it's for me, I'm going to look at who I'm selling to, what I'm doing with it. You read like Juan, Waldo. Yeah, sorry, Gene. I'm dyslexic, so it's hard for me to read. Frankie says, I never laminate my decals. Frankie, do you do a lot of printed full color decals, or are you just doing cut vinyl? Because you wouldn't laminate cut vinyl. You're only going to laminate like printed decals. Nova there. Doing them for over 12 years. I'm only laminating vehicle graphics and sign panels. Hardly ever my product labels have I done for 20 years. Yeah, and then Mike says it depends on the product, but yeah, Frankie said cut vinyl. Yeah, cut vinyl, you're never going to laminate, Frankie. It's cut vinyl. That's through and through on the color, so it's not going to matter. Now, the other thing, too, that I don't do, if a customer requests 5,000 labels, it's a big savings for them, especially on the labels, getting them using for a short time, then off to the trash. Yeah, short time, then off to the trash. Yeah, exactly. Now, I'll agree 100% on that part. The print house, what I do, like these aren't even printed labels. I just use these for thermal labels. But literally, like I use thermal labels because literally these are throwaway things that I just literally tape on the boxes on a lot of the things to say thank you on them. Hey, what's up, Jesse? So what I do, if it's something like that that's going to be put on, thrown away, and gone away, yeah, I'm not going to even worry about keeping it on there. If I know something, like I said, like because in paintball, like everyone changes gear, it seems like all the time, and everyone's doing different color parts on them. The stickers, they don't leave on long. The other thing, too, the paint gets all over things. Stickers start peeling over time. So in paintball, it's almost pointless to sell them laminated stickers. It's just, like I said, to me, it depends on the person that's buying them, what they're doing with them. Because if it's something like that, I see that, or like, for instance, if they want like a matte finish or something like that, I'm going to look at something like that and say, hey, I'm going to put a matte laminate over the top or whatever. Or like I said, or if I know if it's going to be like, if we're making them for equipment machines, like we do a lot for some local machine shops around here, them I'm laminating no matter what, because I know the environment they're in. And if the sticker doesn't, if the logo comes off and someone gets hurt, they're going to throw a fit. So, I mean, I kind of look at who's it going for. And I do usually ask them, just because to me, it's easier to ask and give them what they really need than instead of charging them for it and then they not needing it. And then they kind of come back and say, hey, this guy's giving me this stickers for 10 cents less a sticker. Why is his 10 cents less and it be on the laminate? So, I mean, I see both sides of it all. Like I said, anymore, I ask the people what they want. And I find it's easier to do it that way. Because like I said, there's a lot of people, like a good example, like you were saying earlier, like wine bottles, like the stickers for that, where you're not really using even normal paper. That's a label thing that's going to be thrown away. So it doesn't matter what it's printed on. Because the quality's not, you're just giving them something to have their logo. It's going to hold up, but it's not something that you would ever laminate something like that. I mean, it's just pointless. I do some luster laminates. Okay, guys, one sec. Hey, Vega, I'm sending you the link again right now. So give me 1 second. All right, it is sent again, Vega. So hopefully you're able to log back on now, Vega. Sorry, guys, for the difficulty. Once I see him pop up in the bottom menu and we have it running smooth, we will get this interview started, guys. So what I'm going to do too, guys, we're just going to have some questions and answers with them. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments below. We will try to get to them. I've got a kind of set number of questions I want to ask him. I'm kind of covering the industry, his shop, and all that stuff. And like I said, we love to have some questions, though, guys. So have the questions over there, and we'll try to get them answered as quick as we can also. We are going to try to talk about some of the stuff that he's doing and working on. His name is Jesus Vega, with Vega Prints. I'm sure he will introduce himself also. He also goes by Lalo on some of the stuff too, guys. So just hang in there with me, guys. We're trying to get these few little kinks worked out. I'm fairly new to StreamYard, so it does not work as good for me as it does someone else. The other thing, guys, I'm just kind of killing some time here. I'm sorry about that, guys. Trying to get this stuff worked out. If any guys placed an order recently, keep an eye out in the mail. Everything's been shipped out. We even had orders coming in today, and or we had orders come in today, and we got them shipped out tonight, guys. So we're trying to keep everything running smooth, guys. That being said, guys, I am going to bring him on right now, guys, and we're going to kind of check and see what's going on with Vega and what is new with him. So here you go, guys. Hey, how's it going?
Dude, I could not get through the link on my computer, so I just said, screw it, let's do it with the phone. So I'm on just using my phone. It is what it is, you know.
Hey, it works perfectly fine. So
At least for the last 12% of battery that I have on my phone, it will.
yeah. So guys, this is Jesus Vega with Vega Prince. So we're going to ask a few questions. Can you, Jesus, kind of tell me a little example of how you got into the business and what your business does?
Oh, I got into the business. I kind of stumbled into the business a long time ago with a graphic designer that I still kind of talk to at the park that I used to hang out. He would just see me there every day. He kind of just asked me, you know, out of curiosity, if I had anything else to do as far as like, you know, to make money. I told him no. So he offered about 2 weeks of working at the print shop. I did not know a thing about screen printing. And speaking about that, I have a bunch of tape from the screens I was burning today. It's just a habit that I have. So the job just was about reorganizing inventory. During those 2 weeks, they got an order. There was a 25,000 piece order, so that kind of extended my stay there for a little bit longer. And then after working at that company, I ended up at Anton Sport, which I lasted there for about 10 years, and it's where I learned pretty much everything that I know about screen printing. So it was just I don't know, man. It was luck, if you want to call it luck, but you know, I fell in love with it. I've always been interested in art. I've always tried to like hand sketch myself before knowing about screen printing. So I think art has been part of my life forever since I can remember. Like those paintings back there, I just do them whenever I have free time, which is almost never. So those, you know, it's just little things that I've always done. And when I stumbled upon screen printing, it was just like two magnets coming together, you know, and we haven't been able to get unstuck.
That's
Hopefully.
definitely good. Now, one of the other things I want to go over too, can you describe, because I know you got a thing coming up with Juan. Can you kind of describe what you're going to be doing? So, and then give the information. I wasn't able to get it to tie on the bottom this time. So say the information, if you don't mind, for your link, and let everyone know what you're doing with that so that we can kind of talk about that also, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so pretty much what's going on with Juan, it's like a while back, I started talking about this thing where I want to help the unfortunate and or the less fortunate, if you want to call it that. And you know, with YouTube, there's only so much money that I make, but I felt like my business was doing well enough to where that money wasn't necessarily being needed, and I felt like it could be used in a better way. So, you know, by monetizing, I make just about $100 every month. So I decided to put that to the side and start this kind of like a nonprofit in my own way. And out of pocket, it comes out every month. If I don't make the money from the AdSense, then I just pay for it myself. So Juan kind of got the gist of what's going on here, and he decided to kind of join what I'm doing, and he raised, you know, I think we're at about $1,000 with his account. And since I heard you guys talking about it on your live, I started saving because if you guys watch my YouTube channel, I'm just embarrassed, and it's hard for me to go up to people and offer the help. I don't know why. It's just this. It's just hard. So
Yeah.
when he heard about that, I started saving the money for every month after that, and I had accumulated about $300. So by the time he gets here, which was your question, I should be about $500. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a collaboration video. Which, by the way, I hope by some miracle you make it here. We don't know if you are or not, but if you do, it'll be super dope. And what we're gonna do is, you know, he has this idea of helping the elderly, and I'm fine with that. I'm sure that we're gonna have enough funds. We're looking at about anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000, and this comes from donations from you guys. And I'm pretty transparent about everything that I do through my PayPal. So when I shoot the video, I just kind of show if anything came in and who it came in from. And you know, I'm just excited that he even listened to what I was saying, and for us to get to this point now where we're gonna collaborate on the idea I had about 3-4 months ago. It's just insane. It's unbelievable, but it's gonna happen.
That's really good. Now, guys, just so you know, if you guys want to donate to him also, guys, I put a link down in the description below of the video with all his information. So you guys can go there. It's got his PayPal. If you guys aren't subscribed to his YouTube channel, it's got his YouTube channel on there also, and it's got his Instagram.
That's right.
And so to help Juan out, because I know Juan's not the best at this language barrier thing, so it's called an El Collabo, Juan. So
El Collabo.
yeah, that's
right.
Spanish, Juan. So because Juan was on here earlier, and I think he's gonna pop in and out. Now, a question about screen printing: what do you like about it, and what do you hate about it?
Man, there's just so many things that I like about it because you get to see other people's creations, and you are basically responsible for bringing it to life. And now that we have this new location, we have the space and the opportunity to do so much more things with their art, which is not just screen printed now. So like I said, I've always been a fan of art. I've always been involved, and I'm naturally attracted to it. So
now, was that Mac Miller piece, was that in there when you got that building?
No, one of my customers' partners, he came to pick up an order. What was it, like 4 weeks ago now? And he saw that I had just so much space, and we've actually been making posts about having artists come down and do some graffiti and some nice pieces. So he asked me for a wall, and I gave him that space. So I gave him the freedom. I didn't influence him in any way. I told him, just do whatever you want, just send me a picture or a mock-up. And he did. And when I saw it, I thought it would be a good fit. So he went ahead and knocked it out, and I think he did a really good job. I get a lot of compliments.
Yeah, and it really stands out. As I said, I didn't remember seeing it in there when you did the tour when you first got it, but I didn't go back and see if it was overlaid with something else. So it's kind of something I wanted to ask because it came out really good. So
that's kind of like the part that I think I love about screen printing. And the hate part, I don't really like that word, so I don't know if I can tell you if there's something that I hate, but there's definitely times that
just like probably cleaning screens.
I don't really mind, to be honest with you, because that's where I started, and it just kind of brings me back. And when I do it myself, I make sure that after I'm done, there's nobody else going to do it better than me. So you can't come and tell me that I left things behind after I'm done. So that's just the way I do it. But definitely the one part about screen printing that I dislike, and I guess this is going to fall into the business aspect more than the actual action of screen printing, are the long hours. And that's something that as a business owner, you can't really help. So sometimes going in at 6 a.m. and coming home at 10 p.m., it's not very likable. So that would be the only thing, but that's also with any other industry. So I can't really have a hate for screen printing. I really enjoy what I do.
So what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't screen printing?
Honestly, I've always been interested in welding. So believe it or not, I still haven't welded a single thing myself. And I've always been very interested in that. But I think it would be wood related, as a carpenter, some way, somehow, probably doing construction. As you saw on my Instagram, I haven't posted about it on my YouTube, but I started making like custom tables and signs. So when I do that, I feel very passionate about it because as a kid, I always wanted to be an architect. And by the time I grew older, in high school, they were teaching classes on the computer. And for some reason, as a kid, I always imagined doing everything by hand. So that kind of shut down my dreams, and it shouldn't have, but it kind of did. I just always been so against computers, and that's probably why I had a hard time logging in right now. But probably something to do with carpentry, to be honest with you. That's what I would be doing.
Now they're asking really quick. They're all asking, can you take your glasses off for a second? They said they like your eyes.
Okay, sorry. I was
going to say, we've talked about this before. For you guys that don't know, me and him go back quite a few years. And so that was one of the things ever since he started, he's almost always had sunglasses on. And I've always told him it makes it, I wish I could do that. Cause like now where I got to look down to read, my eyes are panned down. he could be
Exactly.
looking somewhere else right now, and it looks perfectly fine. So
That's right. And I mentioned it before. That's the number one reason why I do. And I don't know if every other state it's like Arizona, but the sun is so bright that if I come out with sunglasses, it'll give me a headache, or I would be like this trying to see outside, and it's not. It reminds me of that movie with Denzel Washington,
yeah, yeah, I know.
Book of Eli.
Yeah, Book of Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah.
So
Yeah.
another thing is when I'm shooting with my camera, I noticed that I was looking at the screen, and, and I would be talking like this to you guys the whole time. So now I can be looking at my phone or the comments, and you guys don't know what I'm looking at. So I like that. That makes me feel more comfortable.
Now, go over some of the stuff that you plan on kind of, because I know your channel has evolved over the time. What is this? What is kind of what is the way do you see you taking your channel now, and what do you see kind of the content that you are looking at creating now?
Okay. So we were actually having a discussion about that with my think tank. Sorry about my English here. Some words I just cannot pronounce, but
It's quite all right.
what we were talking about is basically creating a more structured channel where once a month we're going to shoot like episodes, and this all has to do with kind of like the idea of helping others. But this time with the channel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out, and there are so many businesses starting again after COVID that they barely made it through, so they're starting to pick up again. There's others that they came up with some money, or whatever the case may be, they're starting their business. And starting a business is not easy, and we know that, and we also see it. So once a month what we're going to do, and this is something that I'm actually going to edit today, and it's going to be up. It's just advice and help for those businesses. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and, like, for example, let's just say there's just a beat up restaurant that has good food. I mean, and they have a horrible menu. What we're going to do for that month on our channel is we're going to go in there and provide free graphics, a free menu, and that's at no cost for the company whatsoever. And that's just going to be another way to help locals. And I think it's going to be cool because I don't see other shops really reaching out this way and helping others, especially being blessed, because you're only here for so long, and if you have the opportunity to help another person, I don't see why not. And thankfully right now, we're not in that position where we're lacking work or struggling to pay our rent, and I know it's very difficult. So being blessed with work allows me to do these kinds of things, and I think it's going to be good for inspiration to others to see what we're doing. And we never ask for anything in return. We just do it out of our hearts, because out of kindness. And I think that's kind of where the channel is going to take a twist. And I do want to bring screen printing back, because I see a lot of bad videos out there, and I don't want to call anybody names out, but
you and me left some comments on a lot of people's videos. Some of them people are almost 100,000 subscribers now, and the quality's still about the same.
Yeah, people are very misguiding with screen printing, and I try to make my videos as simple as possible so that the point is straight through. And I know I don't shoot the best videos, so I don't have the best editing. And like I said, my English is probably not the best, but you can see what I'm doing. And I know that it's helped a lot of people, saved a lot of time, because I'm not trying to make a 30-minute video to catch a sponsor, for example, So
your English is better than mine, and I've lived here my whole life. So.
Oh yeah, whatever.
like everyone always makes fun of my supplemation, where I say sup instead of sub, and then I can't pronounce half these people's names half the time because I'm dyslexic. So now I have a question too. How did COVID affect your shop, and how did you guys get through? Because I knew you're one of the shops that actually succeeded really well through COVID, where I know some other places took a big hit. And I know we talked to you since, like, because you went from your one shop and you've expanded into your new shop. And then leading on that question, explain to us, to the people that don't know much about you, explain to where you're at now, because we also know that you've got a new shop coming up too. And a lot of these people don't know all about that. So can you kind of cover all that real quick for us?
Okay, so when COVID hit, we even shot these kinds of videos pre-pandemic with Robert, and we were just again, it's just like me sitting around with my friends. At the time, we were joking about it. It was definitely not a joke, but like the
Robert's
first
okay
thing,
now. It's not me. It's the other Robert. That
yeah, Robert, my friend,
Robert, the Mexican one.
he's like 0.5%.
Oh yeah, because he did the DNA test on there too, and he actually came back that he's not really not Hispanic as he thought he was.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna plug in because I'm
that's
at
fine.
5% now. I don't want to lose you guys. Okay, so pretty much what happened was me just talking to Robert about the whole situation after it hit California. The first thing that we were thinking of, and it was just going back and forth until something clicked. And I jokingly said, we should put that hazardous logo on the mask. And we didn't have any masks at the time. The only thing that I can think of is to put a bandana around my mouth, my face. So as we were talking about it, I was on the computer. I created the logo. It looked good enough. I printed it and I did a sample and I posted it. Like, it just happened so fast. It was crazy. So that was pre-pandemic, before they even lift or started that mask thing here in Arizona, where it was mandatory. And I don't know if that created the spark to kind of get the wheels turning in our heads, so that when the mask thing hit, we started actually cutting shirts and sewing them ourselves and selling that. So I don't know if it was because it was luck or us just thinking about the situation before it actually hit the state, but that helped me survive COVID, because a lot of clothing brands, a lot of people were staying at home, I guess, having time to be creative. And nowadays everybody wants to start a clothing brand, which is not a negative thing. It's a good thing. And having the mask as an option to put your logo where you're wearing it on your face and you have nowhere else to look but in your face. So a lot of people were placing orders for that, and that kind of kept us alive, believe it or not. A couple of orders did get canceled as things were starting to happen, but I think that was the game changer for us to keep us alive, and our business almost doubled. I just
So you had your
filed
whole
my
family together in the one video. Everyone's sewing there at the house and all that, where everyone was literally there. I think it was an Instagram photo too. You had everyone literally piled up there and sewing, getting them as done as much as you could, because that's where you brought up a minute ago talking about the restaurant you used to. And I don't know the name. I know it's got the lobster on it, holding a margarita glass, kind of.
Oh, Playa Hermosa.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one, but that was the one I remember, because you helped them pretty much even when they were rebuilding their shop, and the one you went through and kind of did their shirts, worked with them on everything. And
yeah, they definitely needed a lot of help with the marketing, and the person that was helping them with their screen printing and whatever it was that they needed, they were just not responsive. They were irresponsible with the turnarounds, and that kind of brought us on board. So everything just kind of helped. I don't know. I'm just reading some comments here, like randomly. So just hi to everybody. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to
it's quite all right. That's kind of the hard thing about these live things. It's trying to get like trying to answer their questions, look back and forth, and see. And you've got glasses, so I can't see where your eyes are. Mine, it kind of. I've never looked right at the camera because I'm too busy looking over there. So now explain the expansion that you're at right now, because like I said, you're doing so much new stuff that a lot of these people, guys, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, go check him out. He's got some new stuff coming up. I'm sure he'll tell you about some of the tables and all that. And if you check his Instagram, if you guys need stickers, signage, and he'll go over it. You name it, guys, he makes it.
Yeah.
And his shop is really amazing. I mean, he's got artists even in there that work in the shop, that literally airbrush or paint. The plate's over there, so it's too far to run and grab. But
hey, did you drink that? Are you still drunk off of that?
It's not even open yet.
Okay, it's not liquor, just so you know.
Yeah, it's water. He drained it. He lied.
But yeah, well, the new warehouse. I think at the time when I was outgrowing my last shop, I had a friend that was looking into the sticker business, and he would come around a lot and ask me for space. So after he got his machines and everything, we were not able to take care of more than 10 customers at a time if they were ordering like more than 50 shirts, because we wouldn't fit. And him taking over most of my office space was just another headache. So we started looking, and because I wasn't under contract at the last place that I was, it just made it easier for us to start looking. And I had talked to the landlord because I didn't want to burn any bridges. He was totally cool with it. We were always on time with our rent, so I always stayed in communication. I actually got a full refund for my deposit because I left the place better than how I got
Yeah, it
it.
looked really good at it.
I had my dad paint the walls
I
and
was gonna say
everything
your
else.
dad's always part of your business more than these people
Oh, for
probably
sure.
see if they don't watch your videos. It
Oh
seems
yeah,
like he's always in there
helping me
fixing the
some right
things
now.
up, climbing the ladders, even
Dude, me
helping. Because
and him.
I know when we talked to you through the wiring stuff that one time you were nervous about your dad literally jumped right in and understood everything. And
Oh yeah, we took that. I haven't taken the cameras to the roof, but me and him took like the swamp cooler that we have at our shop by ourselves with ropes. So that was crazy. But anyways, yeah. So I was talking to Nick from Church of Speed, and the more we talked about it, the more it makes sense to kind of, split the rent, find a bigger place where we would both have enough space to grow into, not grow out of. And having that 15,000 square foot warehouse now makes it easy for everybody. I have the print shop, I have the photography studio, I have my room for the tables and signs. We have a dance studio, we have a podcast studio coming that's almost done getting set up for the Vega podcast. So I think it was time, and having him around made everything easier. The negotiation for the new place super smooth. So very thankful for all of that, and yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
yeah, and then just so everyone else knows, he went from there, and he's also got a second shop that's opening up now too. That he's working with Wu and Sons, which
Chris.
is what all. Can you explain what all? I know they do the jerky stuff, and they do what are them seeds? They're not what is it? Pistachios and all that. Is that, did I
Yeah,
get it correct?
the mixed nuts and the pistachios. Yeah. Well, that all happened because we were trying to fit them into our current warehouse, and no matter how much we tried and looked for a, a, a kitchen setup at our place, it just wouldn't work. The warehouse is so old, it wasn't going to be able to work because it wasn't going to meet the standards from the state to be approved to be a kitchen, so that he can get all the food facts ready for his product so he can start shipping out and have it in stores. And some time passed by, and we found a location downtown that we were eyeing for a long time. And apparently Chris is friends with this guy, so the guy wanted Chris to move in there, but he wasn't financially stable enough to pull the trigger himself. And after looking at it, I said, look, man, if you don't move forward on this spot, I'm going to. And he's like, dude, if you do it, I'm joining you. And I said, dude, let's do it. So we called the guy. We went to go talk, negotiate the deal a little bit, because, it doesn't hurt to. We came to an agreement, and we signed the lease at the second location. So the only reason why I made that move is because it's so centralized, and downtown Phoenix is growing like no other city probably in the entire United States. The art movement is crazy. Like, we have these art festivals the first Friday of every month, and it gets like ridiculously packed. Like, it's COVID perfect because people don't listen.
I think you've had some of that on your video once. You've
Yeah.
had a bunch of different shows on there, like the car shows and.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. So the location, it made a lot of sense, and the way I was looking at it, it would just technically be a showroom. And by the way, my sister is coming back in about a month, so she's gonna be working out of that location, and we're gonna have her there just as a showroom. Everything's gonna be done at our warehouse for production, and we'll figure out the rest of the stuff. But it made a lot of sense for us to make that move. and that's the reason why we moved in, and we collaborated with Chris from Will and Sons.
Now, that leading into the next question, a lot of people know that you're very diversified in what you do. Can you go over and explain? Because a lot of people, someone brought up earlier, asking about your Airbnb. So what do you do there? What's your plans with that side of your business?
Okay. So a lot people really don't know this. I think I've mentioned it once or twice on my YouTube channel, but before I started my business with screen printing, or before I ran into the opportunity to buy my first press, at the house that I was staying at the moment, I was looking to purchase that house to start my Airbnb venture, which was about 6 years ago, just shortly before I started my screen printing business. And me personally, which I think everybody can relate with me, unless you live under a bridge, I hate paying rent. I absolutely hate it. I don't want to pay it. I don't care if it's $500 or $300. So my passion has always been to do something to not pay rent, and that's kind of what inspired me to get into real estate, because I figured if I owned three, maybe four Airbnb.
Your hand's covering the mic, Vega.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go. We caught most of it.
Okay, so I figured if I would get at least a couple of locations, it would pay for my mortgage and obviously for the mortgages of the Airbnbs that I have. That didn't work out. But recently, me and an old friend started catching up, and he's very business driven. He thinks like me. We have the same goals. He's very trustworthy. And he feels the same way about me. So we decided to get together and figure something out. So he had a property that he was moving out of, and we kind of talked about the idea of renting it, since it was downtown Phoenix, which is, like I said, the hottest place.
Yeah, that's what brought me leading into that one, because how busy it is, and
it is crazy.
I know you've had it almost rented out like a month in advance or more, and
yeah. So I told him, like, hey man, this property is not only going to pay for itself, it's also going to provide extra income so that we can move forward with our Airbnb venture and possibly get another house or whatever the case may be. So it finally happened around December of last year. It took a lot of work, but we got it off the ground, and now it's been active for what are we in May? So 5 months.
Yeah.
And we have it booked right now all the way to July 17th. The people that are currently staying there are coming from Texas for a job that they're working on here, and they're asking for a 3-month extension. So it's going good. And, I try to, I'm not going to compare myself to anybody, but I do really admire Elon Musk, because when I hear him talk, man, it just inspires me to do more, because somebody like him handling multiple multi-million-dollar companies, it's just crazy to even think about. So, that just lets you know that you're capable of doing more than one thing. So I think that's my motivation, to always keep moving forward and being innovative and thinking of other ideas. That's why I can't stop sitting down, or I can't stay sitting down. I'm always doing something.
Yeah, you're always hiking too.
Yeah, that's on Sundays. That's my Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Now I got a question. And I don't know if you still have this location. Do you still own that spot near the desert area? I remember it was probably a year or two ago. You went and bought it. You're going to put a sign because it was near one of the, I guess, interstates or whatever out there. I didn't know if you still had that or.
Yes, I do. That one, I don't like to talk numbers, but let's just say the value of that property just grew over time because of the attention that Arizona's getting. That's up in Dolan Springs, Arizona. That's near Nevada. So it's near a famous site. I don't know what you call it, but it's called the it's in the Grand Canyon. I forget what it's called, but people from Vegas take tours through Dolan Springs to get to this site. So busloads of people just go through that road, and the acre that I bought just kind of crosses over the road. So I have a quarter of it on one side and 3/4 of it on the other side. And, when I went to go see it, I fell in love with it right away, because I felt like it would be the perfect opportunity to put up a billboard there and advertise for my business. It's kind of far.
Yeah, because I remember that was the big thing back then, is literally you said, hey, you're not going to put nothing out there right now. You're just going to put a billboard sign. and advertise. And I
I
hadn't
mean,
seen anything in the videos. I knew you purchased it, but I didn't know if you got rid of it or
no,
what happened with that.
I didn't get rid of it. It's actually being talked about recently, especially now that marijuana became legal here in Arizona. I personally don't smoke, but I don't have anything against it whatsoever. And I'm actually, I love planting. I don't know if you guys watch my
Yeah, I was
Instagram.
gonna say that's what my other questions was too about your green thumb, because I know you're big on growing cactuses in the front yard all the way around, and that's not a cactus, but
That's not a cactus. but yeah, you know, I've been watching a lot of videos and learning about growing marijuana, and I'm very, very interested. The only reason why I wouldn't do it is because they require a lot of attention, and as busy as I am, I don't want to, you know, leave them out to die. That might be something that I look into further down the road, but you know, I want to just kind of.
okay. Now you're gonna have to help me on this one because I don't have my Google Translate up. So I got this up. What is Juan saying over there?
What is Juan saying?
Jesus por qui Waldo T.
Oh, he's asking why you have a shirt of mine,
Oh,
and
I think he's jealous of this shirt. I think I'm one of the few people that have this shirt, the old school one.
Yeah, not a lot of people have it.
Gold, the gold print, very crisp image. I mean, they can't really see the quality from here, but literally, I think this is a shirt that where I sent you the contract right after, because for many people that don't know, when I snapped my first Achilles, not my second one where I've snapped them both, Jesus actually did printing for me. We actually sent him, I forget how many hoodies. It was a lot of hoodies, and we literally drop shipped them, and literally he got them done. He got them done quicker than I expected. The quality was really good. I mean, top notch and fast turnaround time, guys. So if you do need anything, he is able to work and ship things, because like literally we ship from Kentucky to Arizona and back and forth.
Yeah, shipping is not an issue. We're not driving them ourselves. We'll just put them in the UPS truck, and they take care of it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people always have that question. If I ship, of course I do. I'm not the one driving it down there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and just so you guys know, because he hasn't done it a while, but literally on his Instagram about once a week, because every time he'd go ship something, there's a huge USA flag, and he would always post photos of the USA flag on his Instagram. Oh, yeah. Because the flag's waving it straight off. I don't know the roads. I'm not over there, but
yeah, it's back down 27th Avenue. But since we moved locations, that is like so far away from me, and it's just yeah, I would have to literally go out of my way just to do that in traffic.
So that's why we don't see the flag then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put up my own. Oh, matter of fact, let's not go too far here.
And there, look, he does have one, guys.
Boom. Say less.
So now, where do you see yourself in the shop in the next 5 years?
I don't know. I have a 3-year contract. They might kick me out.
Because I know your expansion rate's been really well compared to a lot of other people.
Yeah, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind re-signing that contract because that location is working so well for us. Although we have a very bad neighbor situation with the people across the street. But besides that, you know, we actually wouldn't mind. We understand that gentrification is definitely going to reach our location pretty soon. There's a lot of buildings getting, you know, built from the ground up around us. So with that being said, the price of the location is only going to get higher, or somebody's going to come and offer the guy a really good chunk of money, and we might get bought out. Who knows? Right now, it's up in the air with the way Phoenix is growing. Nothing is certain. Nothing is for sure. But we're at least locked in for the next 2 years and like 4 months or something. So
now, did they ever catch the guy that ran into the side of the building? Because it seemed like once you got in there, you had that one guy plow through the side.
What was that?
Well, I said, did they ever catch I remember the guy plowed through the side of the building. The car when the guy, I guess he was drunk or whatever, in the corner of the building.
Yeah, Nick, for some reason, went and talked to the lady at the gas station, and she gave her or she gave him the name of the lady that was driving the car. It was so random. The guy never got caught, but it was like the weirdest thing that you can think of. It was like this lady was coming out of Shell after she pumped some gas. She had her daughter in the back without the seatbelt on, and the guy just pulled out right behind her, trying to pass her for some reason. And when he did that, he sped so fast that he hit the back corner of her car, and it just made her car twist and come straight into the corner of our shop. So he was free to just drive away without any issue, and he never got caught. But that was very unfortunate. Matter of fact, it's been what now, 2.5 months maybe, and they just recently patched up the wall and painted the wall. So now we're back to semi normal.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it wasn't much long after you got in that was like one of the major things that happened. So
you guys, just something real quick. I'm so sorry for not reading the comments, but I just don't, like I said, I don't want to get distracted from the conversation. If you want, we can read a couple of.
Yeah, we can go ahead and read some of them. I'm trying to, like, a lot of them, for instance, Frankie was commenting on the person across the street. Jose Lopez. It's not my internet this time. It was, I don't know why it was slow. The lag a second ago. So I don't know.
Probably still have dial-up, don't lie.
And then the other one, Lalo, do you remember me? You made some shirts for me and my brother's shop. That was Texas Finest. Yeah, I think the shop that you made them for, which is probably a while ago, it was like Ortiz or something like that, Auto or something like that.
Oh, yeah, of course. And we did some vinyls for them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Waldo, read my comments. Yeah, but did you have any other questions for me, so they can kind of get a little more background of?
Yeah, I got a few more. What is some stuff you like to do outside of screen printing? Because I know that's been captured in your videos also. Your family. I know you're big on your family, and your family works around the shop a lot.
They do.
And then some of the other activities, like I know what the activity, like you basketball, you hike. Kind of, you want to explain to people all the little things that you're into?
Well, I definitely like being outdoors, and being here in Arizona. We're in a valley, so we're surrounded by mountains, and hiking is just a passion of mine. I love it, and I take the opportunity every time I get the chance to go out. And my biggest issue is always having a partner, but now that I have, my graphic designer, he loves it as well. So it's perfect for me. It works out. We go out on Sundays, wake up at 4 a.m, get there by 5, and beat not only the rush, but we beat the heat because it gets kind of crazy hot out here. It's funny that you mentioned basketball because I don't talk about it a whole lot, but I did play a lot of basketball in my younger days, and that hurt my knees because we're doing it outdoor in the concrete. And as much as I, in my head, want to go back into the courts and play some pickup games here and there, what I'm doing keeps me so busy that it just keeps me away from it. And I started my own gym. I call it Cactus Gym. And that's just kind of how I try to stay fit. I know I'm not the biggest guy out there, but
I'm pretty big, but in a different big, as they keep saying, because Juan said the shirt made me look fat. So
no, it's not the shirt. It's just you.
Juan's jealous because he doesn't have the shirt. So
I'm going to send them one. I'm going to do another run of the new ones, and I'm wearing it right now. But me,
Juan wears a medium.
I'm not a fan of front prints. I do have a couple of front print T-shirts, but all of mine are inside out.
Yeah, see, I was waiting to get one of your new ones. That's why that's literally what I thought would have been in the package, because that's the time that you released that, the inside out with the register marks on it. And
yeah, oh dude, that was so cool. And I've thought of doing that for so long, but I always thought like it's something that I see, it's something that we use to register the designs, and like, why would somebody want it on a shirt? And I said, you know what? This kind of shows a little background of what we use to line up the colors. And since we're the print shop and I'm making shop shirts, also for advertisement purposes, I'm just going to throw them on there and see what happens. And, people like the idea and they're asking what they're for. So it just kind of opens up another conversation. And I think they look pretty cool.
Yeah, I've always thought that. I've got a few shirts that you've made, and that's the only one I don't have as of right now. But so,
We're gonna make more. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
made like
that's like this one, because that's what I did joke with Juan. I think that's why he was calling me fat earlier, because this one is the actual size that fits me. The last one you sent, it was with one of the orders, and so it was like I think a large, where I'm like a 2X, and so Juan joked because it looks like it's painted on because I've got big guns and he doesn't, so it makes my arms look big. So
okay, they don't want to mess around with this. With this.
Now I've got a thing. It's a speed round, so literally quick answer. Just don't really think about it. Whatever comes to your mind. I've got 5 quick questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, so you ready? Favorite color?
I have fast answers for you. We'll see.
All right, favorite color?
It's not a color. It's black.
Okay, favorite food?
I'm gonna go with Vietnamese. I just fell in love with it recently.
Sweet tea or unsweet?
Sweet tea, extra ice all day.
Is it pop, soda, or Coke?
Water.
Well, it's down the word. Which one do you use out there, pop, soda, or Coke?
Neither.
You guys don't call any. You don't call it that?
No, it's not around. It's not around me, so I don't know. Coke, I guess.
and then this one, because it did pop up in the thing. Would you do a donut challenge?
No, man. I'm trying to stay fit. Didn't I just tell you I have a gym?
Them are sugar-free donuts I was eating, by the way. It's only one donut, but
yeah, right. Not even the original.
It's a Krispy Kreme. It's healthy. Now, guys, does anyone have any questions for him? Because Lalo, I hope you don't move video screen printing, or I hope you do more video screen printing. So, Jose Lopez,
like I said earlier, we are gonna bring it back. I did say, and I kind of dropped the mic on that one and say I wasn't gonna do it anymore because I want to do more of like the day-to-day things that happen, in the day. But yeah, fall for sure. The one thing that I want to do is I want to make a playlist for you guys and kind of explain not what I'm doing on the day-to-day basis like I was before, but more of like a playlist where you can start from video 1 and kind of see the breakdown of the artwork, where we're going to show you how to separate colors, or even before, because a lot of shop owners, they don't understand the language when you speak to a customer of what things work and what things don't work, because some customers have a ton of questions. And, if you just say yes to everything, you might get yourself in a situation that you're going to have to be embarrassed about saying, never mind, I can't do it. So maybe the language about screen printing before talking about artwork would be a good start. And then basically do a breakdown of every video with me answering as many questions as I can think of for beginners and, some people that kind of know what they're doing. So that it'll be more structure and I can just direct you guys to that so that we can keep shooting what we're shooting and it doesn't, make it a how-to video in the middle of what I'm normally used to now. Yeah. So I know that I don't post like I used to every day. I did that for a long time and they were long days for me, even though they were not the nicest edits, but I was putting content out there and you guys were definitely giving me a good feedback for that. So I appreciate that.
That's definitely good. Eric, yeah, we're just doing a question and answer, Eric, with Vega 23. Demo had a question. He said, does Mr. Vega or Mr. V print on a manual or an auto? What is his favorite press?
I do print on a manual. I have an 8-color 4-station. It's a Hopkins, and I love that machine. It registers on every board. I can set up an 8-color and it doesn't move on me. So, I don't know if it's because the method I have of setting up and how I have everything nice and tight, but I print on the manual now when I have to. Like, for example, people have been placing orders for koozies. So we have like that pocket insert that goes on top of the board, and if the koozies kind of fit perfect on there. So I've seen a lot of people do jigs where you put like 4 koozies, and it's cool, because you load 4 and you can print 4 at the same time. But I feel like I can go through one at a time so much faster.
Yeah, just grab, get into the rhythm and the squeegee lift instead of trying to line them all up and get them pressed. And
yeah, I'm not against people getting innovated, and that's kind of why I love screen printing, because you can create your own ideas on how to do it and your own methods. But once you get into the rhythm of doing that, and you get much cleaner print, the squeegee overlapping the four koozies that you have set up, or whatever the case may be. But to answer your question, I do print on the manual still, and my favorite will always be my favorite is the auto. The reason why is because it doesn't hurt my arms as much. I printed on the manual for too long, and I've noticed now that if I do prints that are about 12 inches and I do 24 shirts or more, my hands start hurting because of the pressure that I apply. And I enjoy it. I still like it. Like if I have to do it, I'll do it. But the automatic does all the hard work for me. I love setting up on the automatic because it's so much easier and faster. So definitely automatic. I wish I had like 18 heads so I can show you guys some cool stuff, but I'm limited to a 10 head automatic, and that's a M&R.
Now, guys, he's lying on that. His favorite part of the automatic is calling me at like 2 a.m. and us going over trying to figure out what's wrong with the auto at that
That's
time.
True. Yeah, he's not lying. That's true. I recently, I wouldn't say recently. It's been
it's been a little while since we had the late ones.
Yeah, I do definitely enjoy working on the machine.
Like it's up and running now. That was back when you first got it with the when you had the Mac valve issues.
Oh yeah.
Now
and
Lily had a question. Lily's got a question, Vega. It says, what was the first job he remembered that he realized he can make it a business and sustain himself? So what was the first job? Was that, because I remember too, where you did a video going back to your very old house? Is that where you kind of understood that you could make it in screen printing? Or
to be completely honest with you, when I got my machine, by the way, the same person that introduced me into screen printing however long ago, I was working on a weekend helping a friend wash some screens, and that guy walked by there and he's like, "Hey Lalo, what are you doing here?" And I was like, I'm just doing like a little part-time gig here with my friend, helping him out wash some screens. And he was like, I don't know if you know, but they're selling a machine back there. It's a manual press, 6 colors. He's like, you should buy it. Start printing your own shirts. So I had mentioned to my friend at the time, because I didn't have $800 to buy it. I'm like, dude, let's just go halves on it. Let's start the business and get it going. We've been doing this for 10 years. We know what the hell we're doing. We just don't know the business side. But I figured that wouldn't be an issue. He said no. And I cannot remember or tell you how we did it, but we saved them to buy it. We had it stored for a while. And during that time where it was stored, it was just like a lion, in a cage. I was just trying to get ready to get out there and start printing and set up. And that whole process of looking for a house that had a back house it couldn't come fast enough for me so I could start doing my setup. So there's not a specific job that I can tell you that made me feel confident about me being able to sustain my business, because I had done it already for so long that I knew that when I started printing and I had a setup in my house and people saw what I was printing, they were automatically going to start recommending, and the word was going to get out. It's not like I'm the most famous people or likable person, but the work speaks for itself, and that definitely helped me once I got it going. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of friends reposting. I started my Instagram like everybody else from zero, and the consistency of me posting every day and showing people what I'm doing, it's what's helped me. But I couldn't tell you that there was one specific job. It just, the confidence in me, I think that's what did it. And what people don't understand when they want to start a business is that you have to have some kind of background knowledge of what you're going to do. A lot of people want to jump into screen printing without ever working at a shop or, pushing a squeegee or pulling a squeegee in their lives. And it just doesn't work like that, because you're going to go through a lot of issues figuring it out, and that's going to cost you money. That's why a lot of people buy equipment and they sell it on OfferUp or Facebook in 6 months or less.
Then they buy it and didn't like it or didn't understand it, and then literally they It's they think they can make a killing
And then
really quick, know nothing about it, and
$100.
yeah.
Yeah. Then I go and buy it for $200.
Now, Rob
But yeah,
Swade said something. He said, Lalo has been on a 10x mission. Mad respect. Juan said it's faster to do one at a time. And then Demo says, if Mr. V had to pick only 2 mesh counts to use the rest of his career, what would it be? What would they be? 2 mesh counts.
235.
So 235. What was the other one?
No, 230 and 255.
230 and
Probably
255.
higher.
So you're never doing glitter then? No.
I mean, I bought a quart of glitter and I haven't used it. I used it for one job. This lady was going out to a wedding, had like this emblem that was glittered.
No, on this one, would you use like a 160 on it, the gold?
No, you can't push that through 160. You got to use a 110 for the shimmers.
Well, that's what I was saying, because I was going to say that's when you said that I didn't know what you did on these ones. I knew it's got the reflective in the gold, or it's got the flake in it. So
the shimmer, yeah.
And then
Texas
Rob, Finest is
right. Go ahead.
Texas Finest has got a question. It says, Lalo, how much do you have your table signs for? I guess that's supposed to be. So what does your table start at?
I'm still at the 300 range, and I know for a fact that I'm undercutting myself. I should be selling these for 500 or more because of the time that I put in it. Everything is done by hand, and the finish is just, beautiful. Everybody that even Brian gave me a lot of compliments on it. He said, I've seen you do a lot of cool things since I met you, but this is like the most professional, well done thing that you've done. And I don't know if I felt like punching him in the face for saying that or just taking it as a compliment. But, I'm getting a very positive response on that. And the only reason why I'm at 300 right now is because there's in my mind, and me always wanting to be a carpenter or be involved with wood, I see a lot of imperfections and things that I want to refine.
Yeah, you put a lot of quality in your work.
Yeah, so once I'm at that point where when you get the product you won't see a flaw, and then I think I'm gonna raise the price to 500, and I'm getting there. As I'm doing more and more, I'm learning. But just to answer your question real quick, right now I'm still at 300. 2 months turnaround, and we do ship them out. We can either make it a hanging sign or a table. It's really up to you guys. I'm not really pushing that a whole lot, but when I do get around it, I like to post it and just kind of see what I'm working on, like always, But real quick,
he's got some cool tables coming up, guys. So,
oh, dude, we have some pretty cool ones coming.
Martin Jones, his website. Say your website, Vega, because Martin Jones was asking your website, your Instagram, all your social media things. Martin, they're in the link below, but he'll say them again. I don't want to mess it up. So your Instagram is
it's Vega_print. There is no S at the end. I don't know where people get the S from. It's just print. That's it.
And then your website?
Nope. My website is vegaprintllc.com. And all the links for that are also on my Instagram if you guys just click on the bio.
Yeah, Eric said that everything looks great. He went to your site and checked your stuff out. He said your work's really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, we got 2 likes. We got 2 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down, so we're 50.
I'm sure everyone in the group knows who the 2 thumbs is. These 2 followers that don't like me, so at least they logged on.
Thank you.
So that means they spent the time to come onto the page.
No, I like the thumbs down. I always encourage people to hit the like button.
Yeah, hey, I'm fine for whatever. It means they at least participated. So,
or the dislike, it brings it brings some content, or it brings attention to the video, so it helps with the algorithm. So if you guys don't mind, just keep hitting that like. Yeah. Liberty Graphics. What's up, Juan? We need to talk, man. I know you have my phone number. Everyone likes Waldo. Yeah, they do. He teaches a lot.
Some people don't like that I'm
what
honest about their what where I'm just kind of gonna say the truth on some of these people, and like the Canadian guy back in the day, if you remember you and me both were gonna send him some vinyl because he said he liked the look of the vinyl so much, and
yeah. And you know what? One thing that we haven't talked about is it's like the I wouldn't say hate towards other YouTubers that are doing the same thing, but like I mentioned earlier, the reason why I'm bringing that back, it's because, and I'm bringing it back as a playlist, not like a day-to-day thing. It's because, you know, me and you obviously talk on the phone about private stuff, and some of these guys, you know, they're out putting information just to help themselves for sponsorships or, you know, things of that nature. They want to get views, and that's cool. I get it that it's going to happen, but I don't like that. And I also don't like to talk about, you know, any names in specific, but, you know, hopefully you guys watch the video so you guys can learn the right way. The number one video that I don't like about screen printing on YouTube, it's the one that always pops up with like 6 million views, and it's like the worst thing ever. So I might do like a review video of that. That'll be fun.
Let me make sure. Okay, there. I sent something to Juan really quick. So I did send you something, Juan. Juan says, I don't have your number. Dumb Robert never gave it to me. I did. He doesn't remember things. But I did send him a thing just now. Juan, check your Insta or your Facebook. And then Texas Finest says, which I know the answer to this one. The Lalo, have you tried Supercolor or Cosmo ink for sublimation?
No, I do not get involved with any of that. I don't do any sublimation. Yeah. I don't do heat transfers. I don't do water base. I don't do discharge. And I always recommend this to people. You know, stay in your lane. Do what you know how to do. And if you want to experiment, by all means, go ahead. But you know, for me, it's just such a hassle here in Arizona to do water-based because it dries in your screen. Sublimation, I don't even have the printers or the heat presses to get into that. And to me, that's
the other one's
a
transfer. And I know you don't do transfers, but I knew like I said, I knew the answer to that. I was just going to read the question because
I don't have the enough staff, you know, around me. My team is not there yet to be able to handle things like that because, you know, we would have somebody dedicated just to doing that where I don't get distracted from what I'm doing. But yeah, no, I don't. And I really don't. It doesn't catch my attention, to be honest. I've seen videos of these printers where they do like a great job and the feel is nice and everything, but that's, you know, there's no art involved in that. That's cheap.
Yeah. I will say this, like the quality, guys, it's hard to see on photos and videos, some of the quality. Like I said, I know firsthand, and it's not because like this shirt he gave me. The other ones I actually paid for. I had him do the job, and hands down, it's some of the best contract work that I've ever had done, print wise. The effort, the quality that he went in and did that. Because what he had to do is we were already printing them shirts. And so he reproduced the same thing that I did. And the difference thing too is I do my separations different. He uses, at that time, he was using Brian, I believe, doing them. But like everyone separates a little bit different. And the quality was spot on to what I did, to what he did. Go ahead.
Aaron Ripplinger.
Okay.
It was Aaron.
I wasn't sure. I knew Brian did some. I didn't know if Brian did that or not. So, well, there. I'm taking that back. Brian don't get the credit.
He helps a lot. But...
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
But the quality guys, I mean, like he matched everything, colors and everything spot on. And it would seem simple to do that on some things, guys, but like when you're doing like that print that we did was a half tone, and the customer did not want to pay for grays or anything, and it was literally 2 colors, white and blue, and he nailed it spot on. But
that was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
He made it look really good, guys. Like I said, and that shirt's been it was a long time ago, and that you can see photos online, but like he nailed them spot on. And then Jose Lopez, he says, Lalo, are you hiring? Lalo, and then someone else says, Lalo, do you ever get angry?
Let me see. I do, definitely. I mean, everybody, I think, gets angry at a certain point, but I try not to. There's definitely times where, you know, life catches up to you and you have to get mad at things you don't really mean to, but I feel like that's in the human nature to get angry at things. I try not to, because it's just like I feel like a waste of time, to be honest. I like breaking things, though. If you guys saw me breaking my printer last time, I broke one of those printers out at me, but I like doing that.
Yeah, that's a second 1430 you destroyed, because the other one was at the old shop.
Yeah, I love it. I want to break more.
You don't know how many people, like you see even on your live, how many people, them diehard 1430 people where they can't get them or can't get parts, were probably throwing a fit seeing you chuck it out that second story window.
No, dude, it's not even like that. It's not because I'm doing it on purpose to make people feel bad, but that printer, when it gets to the end of its cycle, it makes this ugly noise, and like the oh, look at that. Now we have a real celebrity in our hands.
Yeah, Waldo can't leave without me.
Look at your phone, Juan. I sent you the number.
You didn't.
I can't show it on the screen because everyone.
You sent me a link.
No, look. I did. I can't. Let me block this bottom part.
You sent me a link.
Look.
There you go.
Oh, I can't even see where I'm at. Look, it went through one. It's still showing it in the cycle part.
I just send it to you. It's in the chat.
Oh, hold on.
No, I'm going to delete that, Vega, because everyone will literally be calling you.
Let them call me.
Let him call me.
Are you fine? I sent him your number on the other thing.
No, you didn't.
I did, Juan. I promise. Look. Because since that's on there, let me look.
Guys,
look, it is right there. See it? Are you going live today? That was your message, Juan. And look, that's his contact. I did set. See, look, here's the problem, Vega, is Juan steals internet from his family down in Mexico. So sometimes the internet's a little slow on Juan's side of getting text messages.
Well, see, at least my internet is slow. You're slow. So how you been, Jesus?
Pretty good. I'm just trying to answer what you guys are arguing.
And then someone else says, Lalo, what is your minimum shirt order?
Yeah, that's what I'm answering. I was just waiting for you guys to finish.
Oh.
24, that's not bad.
For single color. For multicolor is 48.
48. Not bad. Not bad.
What's up, Juan?
I'm sorry. I was actually thinking of raising mine. Mine is a 12, and I was thinking of raising mine because 12 just doesn't seem. I don't know.
Yeah. Oye, Juan.
Uh-huh.
Estaba pensando que podemos hablar español y este compa no nos va a entender.
I understood all that. I got Google Translate.
Yeah.
Dile al Google Translate si entiende Nelson Wilson.
Yeah. So ¿sí entendió, Robert? ¿Sí entendió a Google Translate?
Huh? Here's my Google Translate. Lily, type in what they said.
Nelson Wilson. That's in English, but we say Spanish, so she doesn't know how to translate it.
So what do you think about that thing that I was telling you, Jesus? You know,
I'm kind of still nervous about it because the times that I've been out there to do what I wanted to do, I was left alone, and I didn't have like a good wingman with me to kind of encourage me to go out to
do it.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I don't know. It's like I feel embarrassed. I don't want to feel like I'm judging people and telling them like, hey, man, here's $100 to help you with groceries. I mean, if I was needing the money, I wouldn't be embarrassed, but I wouldn't know how to take it because I'm that type of person that if somebody comes up to me and does that, I feel like I have to pay it forward, and and I don't like to feel that way. I don't want people to feel that way. I don't want them to feel judged.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is because whenever you go up to somebody and tell them that you want to pay for their groceries, you're hitting right where it hurts, right in the, especially if they're proud, it's gonna hurt them. So I kind of learned to do it. Just so you know, I actually do it by myself. Like whenever I'm in Dallas, that's how I started. Places where I know nobody knows me, I'll be like, heck, nobody's gonna know who I am, so I just do it.
And Juan's neighbors don't even know him though, so
that's true.
I can.
But yeah, no, it's. I mean, I've been doing it for a while, so now it's easy. To me, it's like second nature.
Okay, that's cool. Hopefully, when you're here, we can take some time to kind of maybe go grab some food and
oh yeah, definitely
come up with a game plan so we can do it the right way. Because
just so you know, Juan, he's a vegan, so he don't eat meat.
That's okay. I'm diabetic, so I'm right there, right next to it.
So just so you both know, I'll have to go somewhere that has meat and donuts. So
are you gonna join us, Waldo?
I will. I said I'm gonna try. I can't guarantee anything. So when you know your week for sure, Juan, that you're gonna be there, let me know.
I know when we're gonna be there. We're gonna be arriving in San Diego on the 7th, and we're coming back on Saturday. So more than likely, we're gonna spend the night in Phoenix and do a Sunday if that works with Jesus. So,
Bro, taking the whole entire day off just for you. Don't worry about it.
Cool. So there you go, Robert. We can do it. Let me pull up the calendar, and I can tell you exactly when we're gonna be there.
Because I have to have security with me. I'm in an area that I'm not.
Yeah, just so you know, I'm not getting near or close to you. You way too many people that don't like you. I don't need that in my life.
I'm a famous donut competitive eater. So
there you go. No, actually, we're gonna be in San Diego on the 6th, and we're driving back on the 12th. So I believe my wife got the what do you call it, the Airbnb till the 11th. So more than likely we're leaving on the 11th, and we're gonna be in Phoenix and Saturday. But for sure, Saturday and Sunday we're gonna be in Phoenix.
Okay, cool.
Hey, text me the date, Juan, after.
I will as soon as I feel. Let me talk to my wife so I know exactly the date. That way, because right now I thought it was going to be the 11th. I thought the 11th was a Saturday.
And what's the major airport near there? Because I'm not driving. That's
Phoenix. It's Phoenix.
I have to fly. I can't be in a car more than 4 hours. So.
Oh, you know what, Jesus? Robert's going to be mad at me for this. I got a bunch of stuff from when I used to have the auto. Look at this.
You can give him it, Juan. Hey, look, see, this was some of the stuff, Vega, that I was supposed to get for you. That's perfectly fine. I'm fine for it, Juan.
Yeah, I got a box of squeegees and flat bars and some stuff in there. I'm gonna see if I can remember to put them in the truck, because I'm gonna be driving, so that stuff is heavy. So just throw it in the box and I'm sorry, in the truck, and I'll leave them in Phoenix for you.
Well, not to tell you what to do, but if you do it right now, you won't forget.
I'm always putting stuff in my truck, so.
Hey, for you, Waldo was earlier asking about, how the pandemic affected me in the shop. So, we follow each other and stuff, but on the personal level, how was that, or how did that impact your business with the pandemic?
It impacted me to the point where my checking account was the business checking account was down to $7.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so January, February, March, and the first 2 weeks of April, we didn't even hit $1,000. That's how bad it was. I'm not talking about per month. Yeah, that's what we did all in 3.5 months. We did it was close to $1,000. So it hit us really bad. The thing that kept us alive was when I started making masks. That's what kept me going.
Nice. Good, man.
Yeah, I became really good at sewing.
Okay.
Very, very good.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of sewing, and I'm not a fan of embroidery as well, for like the hat that Waldo's wearing. But for certain designs, I do like, to put them out there. And through COVID, that was kind of an experience, because I'm a little interested in learning how to sew and kind of make my own T-shirt so that it fits me the way I want it. Because the next level shirts, after washes, they shrink up a little.
Mm-hmm.
And I
know about that. They become belly shirts if you're a little bit bigger.
I don't mind it so much, but eventually it gets to the point where I just have to wear a new one. And if I can, come up with my own style to fit, I guess, people that are 5'11", they might have similar issues, and it'd be cool.
I'm only 5'5", so.
I'm 6 foot, so and people don't like seeing me in a belly shirt.
No. So when it shrinks, it kind of fits me just perfect. Let me get a thing of water, because I'm really thirsty.
That's aqua in Spanish. See?
Aquaphor.
Aqua is hairspray.
Let me see more comments we can get back to real quick.
They're talking about me bleeding glazed donuts and all that.
I don't have that issue. The problem that I have with Bella Canvas, and I really like their material, is that I have a thing with the neck of the shirt. So I like my necks to be close to my neck. I don't like shirts that are hanging like this. I just feel like, when I was younger and I would grab the shirt and suck on it, it would just hang a little bit like that. And the Bella Canvases remind me of that, and I don't like that. That's the only thing that I don't like about them. The fit and everything else is nice, but these next levels, they just kind of fit up tight to my neck. And
have you tried a district?
I've tried many shirts, man. I wore the American Apparel 50/50s for like 8 years, and when they got bought out by Gildan, they I don't know what happened, but I think whatever they were using to make the shirts changed. And since I wear my shirts inside out, a lot of the strings were just coming apart, and I was going through shirts.
Yeah, they don't trim them strings good either.
So I don't know what happened, and I just switched to Next Level, and I'm pretty comfortable with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wearing right now. It's a Next Level. But District, if you try the District has a very small collar.
You know what? Emo, Los Angeles Apparel, it's been on my list. We're getting a very interesting list of customers. So they've been requesting the LA Apparel. So we're getting an account with them to start offering that brand. And I'm definitely getting some for myself, because it's been talked about enough and it's on my watch list. So I may change my shirts pretty soon.
See, the Bella Canvas, though, to me, the size is not right. You need to like upsize everything, even the ladies. When you have and they order that, if they don't try it on first, and it's one of them people that are kind of in the fluffier area like me, the size is kind of misleading. And when you tell a lady that she needs the next size bigger, it don't go good. And then when they try it on, they're like, oh, these shirts aren't made right.
Well, it's because you don't know how to tell them. I tell them all the time. I'll be like, no, this shirt is a tight fit. So you need an upsize. That's how a District is. District is a tighter fit. So if you're large, make sure you get an extra large. So if you like wearing baggy clothes, if you like wearing tight clothes, if you have muscles like this guns, then yeah,
And just so you know, Juan, look, I do have another Hispanic friend. See, he's on here.
Okay, that makes two. Wow.
See,
Gina said likes to wear the blue embroidered hoodie. I don't remember it, but thank you. I know she supports the Instagram and the YouTube channel a lot. So
Who's that? Gina?
yes, sir.
Yeah, Gina's pretty cool.
Yes.
She's kind of crazy, but she's pretty cool.
That's local. See, I know my Spanish. 5150.
So Robert, I didn't get a confirmation on that. Are you gonna join us on
He said he's gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
No. Try to me, that means no.
Well, I got to check the flights to see what flights are flying out there that time.
So
and again, you guys.
Because like I can only go to there's only so many flights in my area without me driving really far to the other airport. So I've got to see which ones are close to get me back in time.
Dude, I'm like 4 minutes away from the airport. Relax.
yeah, I mean, you can't make excuse over the airport. Maybe in Kentucky, that's why probably they call it Kentucky.
And I got to go through customs. So
yeah, that's another story.
I do have the other ID though.
Waldo, by any chance, did you have any other questions, or did you Juan have any questions for me?
Yeah, guys, does anyone have any questions? Because he's got to get off. He's got to work again in the morning.
Yeah, I mean the same question, Lalo. How did you do? How did you do through the pandemic? And is it coming back strong? Because let me tell you, it's picking up really good this year. So how's yours?
Basically the same thing as you. I was explaining that earlier. It was the masks that kept me alive, and thankfully that year we doubled our previous year, so it went well. And now with the bigger warehouse, the amount of eyes that we have on our shop, it's definitely helping it pick up, and it did so to the point where, if you watch my videos, dude, I said that I was going to hire somebody for so long and I just wasn't able to. But now I've had my graphic designer for about 4 months now, and I've had Robert help me with screens, and he's also good at screen printing with the setup and the breakdown. So that speed things up for me, so I don't have to stay there like longer days. But definitely the masks were what made the difference through the pandemic.
Oh, okay. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Lily. Lily said, Waldo, I said, Lalo, let him know how close the donut shop is. Yeah, how close you are to a donut shop.
No, they're not.
Yeah, so
there isn't any.
The other question will be, Lalo, I used to be in a brick and mortar. About 7 years ago, I moved to the house. And honestly, the business has actually been better at the house than it was at the brick and mortar. So right now, I'm looking to move back into a brick and mortar, but I want to buy. I don't want to rent. I know you were talking about earlier that you hate rent. The question is, what are your plans? Are you going to look for a building to buy, or are you already buying? What's in the future for Vega 23?
Man, there's just it's kind of like a hard question to answer for me, because the way I'm structuring the business right now, I'm working.
Your hands over the speaker again, Vega.
I'm
there
sorry.
You go.
I'm working for systemizing the business. So I do have plans, and I have thought about selling the business for Vega Print, because like, if you had joined earlier, I was talking about my real estate adventure. So I've always been, curious about that. And now that we started to get involved with it, there's just so much potential with it. And I like doing the real estate thing, and, the people that you meet along screen printing. I feel like it's a very jealous business where you have to be attached to it because of all the detail that goes into it with orders and customers versus owning real estate, which would be a little bit more, I guess. I won't have to be there every second of the day to kind of take care of my business. So I have, and it has crossed my mind to sell the business, but in order to get to that point, I have to systemize it so that the person that comes after me doesn't necessarily have to have me be a part of the business to help him run it. And I know that the printing aspect is definitely going to be a difficult one because that's, printers are hard to find, and I want to leave the shop kind of set up for the next owner to not have that issue that pretty much everybody has. But I don't know. I could keep it for the next 5 years. I could keep it for the next 10 years. If a buyer comes within the next 2 years after I systemize it, I might sell it, I might not. Who knows? Here in Phoenix, things are crazy and things are moving. So, once you talk about business and you're more serious about it, and numbers are there. If it makes sense, I really don't see why not. I came from nothing, so me risking it all doesn't mean anything. Starting from scratch again would just be a piece of cake. And now that I'm starting to deal with more people and I've started like multiple companies now, I'm learning more and more. And as I learn about business, I become less scared of what I want to do. So to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know what's in the future for Vega Print, but our intentions right now are to grow as much as we can. And obviously we're only allowing the business to grow as much as it can with the staff that we have currently, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fun. It's funny you mentioned that because that's one of my goals right now. It's I'm trying to steer my business or my company to go into a different direction, completely away from screen printing. I know I never mentioned this before, and I didn't want to say anything because people be like, what are you gonna do? So it's like, I got something under my sleeve right now that is working out really good, and I wanna maybe I see Liberty Graphic Designs as a screen printing business, maybe 6-7 years, and then after that, I wanna shift the entire business to another type of business. It still be close to the screen printing, but it's going to be something different. That I've been looking into. Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm on a race against time because I turned 34 on August 23rd this year, and my goal is to retire by the age of 40. So I feel like I'm running out of time, and that's why I'm always on the move and coming up with ideas to get there as soon as possible.
If that's the case, I'm already 6 feet under.
I'm past 40 also.
I'm 40. I'm gonna be 46, and August 1st, I'm turning 46, and I just my previous business before this one, it was very profitable, but divorce kind of messed everything up. So one of the things I didn't know that you do Airbnb. Actually, that's one of the things that we got that I want to get into. And Robert mentioned that you had an Airbnb in Phoenix, and I was like, really? So I want to buy a big lot where I will tell you this in person because this is a pretty cool idea that I have on the Airbnb. But then we got hit with COVID, so we couldn't do anything. But yeah, I would like to get into the Airbnb, especially with Waco. I live in Waco, and Waco's a hot spot right now. With the those guys from the Fixer Upper show, Chip and Joanna Gaines. Yeah. They put Waco on the map. David Koresh was the first one to put it on the map, but Chip and Joanna Gaines, they kind of put it on the map for the better. And we have to take advantage of those things. And like, for example, because you were talking about how Phoenix is growing so fast, and you have to take advantage of stuff like that. And that's what my wife and I were thinking about, getting into the Airbnb. As a matter of fact, one of the reasons why we wanted to move out of my garage, because I work out of my garage, is detached from the house. So we were going to fence it out and turn it into an Airbnb. When we go to California, that's actually where we stay at. It's a garage, and they turn them out. I mean, they look awesome, and that's what I wanted to do. But again, COVID hit, and we kind of put that in the back. Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, also, if there's no more questions, guys, we're gonna hop off here, guys. The other thing, there is a link below, guys. If anyone wants to contribute to help him out for the event coming up, guys. It has his PayPal link. It has, if you guys want to check out his store, it has his Instagram and it has his website, guys. Hit that up, guys, though. Because I know the other night a lot of people were asking where to donate. And if you want to donate, like I said, there's a link down below. It has his PayPal. I believe I got it spelled correct. I cut and pasted earlier, but that is his PayPal, guys. So if anyone's interested to help or anything with that, they're going to be doing a video coming up on the 17th or 18th, I believe Juan officially said, of next month.
No, the 12 or the 13.
12 or the 13th.
Yeah. So
okay. Sorry about the next. It will be the next month, guys. Yeah. So if anyone wants to contribute to help out, guys, you can hit that up there. And guys, go follow him also, guys, if you're not subscribed already to Vega's channel, Vega 23, VEGA space 23. Check him out on his Instagram, guys. He posts loads of stuff on the Instagram. Like he did say, also his sister will be working at the other shop. When she's there, even the Facebook has stuff flying left and right off the page because she's very busy on keeping the Instagram moving, the Facebook moving. He does it really good too, but he's really busy himself. But guys, go check him out. Like I said, guys, there's his Instagram, guys. Look at that. You didn't think I'd have that stuff for the plug, did you? There you guys go. Check him out. I got that sticker, but it's at the other shop. So these are the ones that came on the box. Yeah, you definitely. I had to peel them off because Danny covered these up. Yeah, Danny had these covered up, so I took these ones that Danny covered up and put them on, peeled them off the thing. So
those are cool. Hey, so real quick, I hear you guys here on the comments talking about age. Just so you guys know, when I started around the age of 27, because I had printed for so long by that time I started, myself personally, I felt like I was late in the game. So at the age of 27, I already felt like, I'm going to be 40 pretty soon, so I better get it going. So that's why, I stay on the hustle. Okay, I have to post as much as I can and do as much as I can, be with the family as much as I can. So I can't split myself into 4 or 5 people, but I do the best that I can. And, Juan, it's never too late. Yeah, thankfully, you have your own business and it's up and running. So, if the only way you can reach a goal is if you have a goal. So, it's a good thing that you're thinking about it and you're working towards it.
Lalo, that's when I started when I was 27. And at the age of 35, I lost 85%. So the only thing that I have that I kept, I don't have it anymore, but the only thing that was behind was a plotter, a computer, and a heat press. that's the only thing I had left. And a bunch of shirts, but I lost a lot. Let me answer the Eric. Yeah, you're right, Eric. That's the area code 254.
I don't see anything wrong, but okay.
No, he's asking, Juan, is that 254?
I don't even see that in the thing, so yeah, it's fine, Juan. I don't see it. I'm not seeing half the things apparently.
So and like Waldo was talking about, if you guys want to donate to Lalo's PayPal, it's not going to be just for this month coming up. It's just so you know, guys, Jesus has been doing it for a while. So if you guys want to keep on donating and just throw, again, like Waldo says, pennies makes dollars. I will say, if you have an extra $1 and if you can send it to his PayPal, don't send it to mine because he's the one that keeps just gonna keep it going. I don't know. I was a little late. I was actually washing screens right now. I don't know if you guys talked about that and if you're gonna continue on with this, Lalo. Me, I do it in Waco. I do it in Dallas. But if you want to keep donating to that cause, you're more than welcome. So again, don't think that this is going to be just for this month coming. This is an ongoing thing.
And you guys can go check out his videos. He does have a video on that where he bought some people some food in the drive-thru and all that. He was doing this before, guys. So like I said, you got to dig. I don't know if the video's even still up because he dropped some videos on and off. So
yeah, you know what? I've had a couple of people in the past that they made an appearance, and because they started growing a following, they felt like if somehow that video popped up, it would affect their social standing, presence. So I don't mind removing videos, so it's not a big deal for me. But if they ask for it, I just do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Like I said, I watch. I do. I watch your stuff when it pops up, and then that's why I'm always hard to refer to videos because I don't know what you still have up there or not. So
it's funny you say that, Lalo. I did a video with Reyes and Rai, Jerry from what is Jerry's business? Can't remember. Jerry and his
Springer.
Son. Huh?
Jerry Springer. No.
No. It was Jerry, Rai B, Reyes the entrepreneur, and Savage. Oh, I forget his name. Savage Council is his YouTube channel. Anyways, but I asked several people, right, if they wanted to join with us, and I brought 350 blankets to give out to the homeless in LA. Anyways, there was one, I'm not going to mention his name, but I don't know, for some reason I just don't like him. He's one of those big YouTubers, but I didn't seem to like it. There's something about him that I don't like, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's just me. Let me ask him if he wants to join. Maybe I'll find that, because I was trying to find the good in people, right? And he came back and he told me, he's like, yeah, I'll do that video with you, yeah. And then when I told him what we were going to be doing, he's like, oh, no, man, I can't do that because all my videos are monetized and I won't be able to monetize that. I was like, oh, man. So I was like,
that was not me.
Yeah. Some people, they feel like they can only do certain things, or it will affect what they have going on. And I get it, but they kind of build their channel to be that way. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Not everybody is going to be part of what we're doing, and it's fine. It's not for everybody. Yeah. I had like negative comments about, and all I'm doing is helping people. I can't help it. Not everybody's going to like us. We're not.
You're never going to make everyone happy, and someone's going to find fault in everything you do.
It's fine, but it's not going to stop us from doing what we're trying to do. If anything, when somebody, that's why I like those thumbs down, because it encourages me to do it more.
Just so you know, that was me.
Hey, I'm used to that one. Like, up until I did my one video, I had no thumbs down, and I did one video, and ever since then, it's like I can guarantee 2 thumbs down to 4. It's like a tradition. So
the thing is, the algorithm, like Lalo was saying earlier,
yeah, like
you don't care. The algorithm doesn't see a like or dislike. They see that.
Well, that's like I said. It doesn't bother me either way. I mean, as long as that means they clicked on the video. So
yeah, you give me a thumbs down.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes me want to better myself.
I can't be no better than what I already am, Juan.
Perfect.
I'm perfection.
Well,
I'm a perfect circle.
I'm gonna plug in. I put you guys down for a minute and I run out of battery, but I figured this video was going to be a little bit long because I've never done a live before, and it's cool. I enjoyed it. So thank you guys for inviting me. And I might, like I was telling Waldo, just kind of shoot a live at least once a month at the shop when I'm doing something interesting, so that you guys can kind of see the entire setup, because it's hard for me to shoot a video showing you guys from when I start taping till I'm done setting up. It's not real time because I do cuts and it takes away from real time. But with the live, I'll be cool. It'd be cool to set up a 6 color from the second I start taping to the point where it's all lined up and the registration marks are taped off. I don't think people have ever seen me in action like that. Obviously, they've seen the work that I do, and that's something that people are not used to. So that might be something that's interesting, but we'll see. And like I said, I knew it was going to be a long video. I just didn't expect it to be as long. I know I was late, and dude, I was running around town trying to get furniture for the second location. And then I met a guy that started a thrift shop that came from Tokyo. So we have this app here that's called the Local Bus. It just goes around with businesses, and we share our content. So the guy that created this app is just, you know, he's very cool with me. He likes what I'm doing, and he's always checking in with me. We do the shirts, their stickers, and now they started a second local bus in Houston, Texas. So the word is getting out there, and it's making a positive impact in our business. So when I stopped with this guy, you know, if you guys know, I have a brand called Bless the Barrio, and Bless Barrios are everywhere. It's just a hood. It's a neighborhood, and when I thought about this, I didn't want to put a barrier. I don't know how to say it. A barrier, you know, between culture or anything. So my next design, it's going to be an Asian inspired design. So this guy knows about fashion. He understands it very well, and I've never personally met somebody from Tokyo. So he understands where I come from, and he was willing to help me kind of come up with the concept of this new design. And yeah, it was really cool. It was a cool experience, and that's also why I was late. So sorry about that.
Guys, go check his other line out too. I totally forgot. I knew you did that too. I forgot all about plugging that one too, guys. Check his clothing line out. He does have merch for sale on that also, and they do stickers and all that, guys. And if you look back in his Instagram, you can see some of the designs that he's done on that. And so, guys, again, thank everyone for stopping in and the questions. Thank everyone for the live. Thank Vega for stopping in. Thanks, Juan, for stopping in.
You gotta force me to stop in.
Yeah. Sorry, Juan.
Nah, you're good.
All right, you guys can go ahead and keep the live. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and sign off.
Everyone, have a good night. Thank you, guys. Subscribe to him, guys, and go donate. The information is in the link below, guys. And everyone, have a good night. And everyone's signing out, guys. So thank everyone for stopping in.
Yeah, thank you, guys.